Have you ever thought about how dreaming is basically like watching a movie made by your own brain? Seriously, it writes the script, builds the sets, casts characters that would never meet in real life, and even adds the dialogue. And it's 100% original. It's not just imagining, you actually see the scenes happening and can even hear the voices. It's like a magical theater happening entirely in your head. And here's the craziest part. While one part of your brain is creating the story, another part is just sitting back, watching, and wondering what's going to happen next. No trailers, no spoilers. Everything is a surprise. Which means that when we dream, we are the actor, the director, and the audience of a movie no one else on the planet will ever see. A completely exclusive premiere. Someone give our brain an Oscar already. But how does this even happen? The answer is something called REM. And no, not the band. It stands for rapid eye movement, one of the two main phases of sleep. The other is NREM, or non-rapid eye movement, also called slow wave sleep. Our sleep has several stages, but when it comes to dreaming, REM and NREM are the big players. They take turns throughout the night, and each full cycle lasts between 90 minutes and 2 hours. NREM takes up most of that time, but REM, that's when the magic happens. Here's how it works. First, we lie down and basically pretend we're asleep. Eyes closed, body still, breathing slows down, and then suddenly we are asleep. During NREM, the body relaxes, your heart rate slows, and your muscles loosen up until you're in deep sleep. REM, on the other hand, is a party. Your eyes dart around wildly under your eyelids, and your brain works almost as hard as when you're awake. Almost, because the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for logic and critical thinking, stays offline. That's why in dreams, it feels totally normal to see your grandma riding a flying dinosaur while playing Quidditch between the pyramids of Egypt. Not because of the dinosaur or the pyramids, but because no grandma plays Quidditch. If you've ever had a dream so bizarre it made no sense, hit the like button. Because today you're going to learn things about your dreams you probably never imagined. Here's something you might not know. We dream in both NREM and REM sleep. In NREM, dreams tend to be more grounded in reality. But REM, that's where creativity explodes. In just a few minutes, you can meet strangers, talk to people who've passed away, turn invisible, fly across the world, travel to the future, or even relive moments from the past, even if it's just a rainy Monday morning. Here's the catch. We only remember our dreams if we wake up in the middle of them or within a few minutes after they end. Which means every single day you live through incredible adventures and have no idea they even happened. It's like your brain screens multiple movies every night but erases the ending before you can see it. Moral of the story? Don't fall asleep during the premiere. Still, the dreams we do remember give us clues about why they happen. Ever notice how we often dream about whatever was on our mind that day? That's why you might have totally ordinary dreams. You're back at school, at work, scrolling through your phone, or stuck in an endless TikTok loop. And then there are the nightmares. The exam you didn't study for, the deadline you forgot about, or that horror movie you watched before bed and now you regret. But what about completely random dreams? It's like your brain spins a wheel, picks a character, a location, and a random mission, and boom, there's your dream. Historically, people believed dreams could be warnings or messages. One famous case, Calpurnia, the wife of Julius Caesar, reportedly dreamed he would be assassinated the night before it actually happened. Even with the warning, Caesar supposedly replied, "You only have to fear fear itself." And then, well, you know the rest. In ancient Greece, Hippocrates believed dreams could reveal early signs of illness. Sigmund Freud thought they exposed hidden desires and internal conflicts. Carl Jung saw them as a way for the mind to balance our real-life experiences. The truth is, we can't fully decode every dream, but science has solved some mysteries. For example, ever wonder if spiders dream? Okay, maybe you haven't, but they do. A German study found that they also experience REM sleep. During it, their abdominals twitch and their legs curl and uncurl as if they're doing something in their dream world. And what could a spider possibly dream about? Catching flies, perfect webs, binge-watching Spider-Man? And lab rats, they seem to relive the mazes they ran during the day. Which makes sense. It's not like they have much else to dream about. And it's not just humans. Any animal with REM sleep can dream, including our pets. Studies show that dogs can move around in their sleep as if they're chasing, jumping, playing, or plotting global canine domination. Back to humans, some people dream in black and white. That happens more often with people who grew up watching black and white TV. And very young humans, I'm talking babies, also dream. And yes, that could be one reason they wake up crying in the middle of the night. Imagine closing your eyes and suddenly being thrown into a completely different reality without any idea what's going on. Even more amazing, babies can dream before they're even born, inside the womb. What they dream about, well, that's anyone's guess. Here's another common question. Do blind people dream? Yes, even those who've never had vision still dream, but their dreams are shaped by their other senses and life experiences. But maybe the biggest mystery is this. Can we choose what we dream about, or even control the dream while it's happening? Some people say yes, and that's called lucid dreaming. One of the most famous researchers in this field is Stephen LaBerge, PhD in psychophysiology from Stanford University. He founded the Lucid Institute and created a device called the Nova Dreamer, a mask that detected rapid eye movement and flashed bright lights that would actually appear inside the dream. If you notice the lights, you could realize, oh, I'm dreaming, and take control. The mask is no longer sold, but there's still a technique for becoming what's called an aeronaut, someone who navigates their own dreams. It's simple. Several times a day, ask yourself, am I dreaming? Check if objects look normal, if physics works as expected, and if your body feels right. Do this often enough, and one day you might do it inside a dream, and boom, you'll know you're dreaming. If you've seen the movie Inception, you know the drill. Leonardo DiCaprio's character used a spinning top. If it eventually stopped, he was in the real world. If it kept spinning forever, dream world. The dream world has inspired countless artists. Filmmaker James Cameron dreamed up the idea for the Terminator. Author Mary Shelley saw Frankenstein's monster in a dream. And songwriter Paul McCartney woke up with the melody for Yesterday fully formed in his head. It just goes to show, even when it looks like we're resting, the incredible machine that is our brain keeps working, creating things it didn't even know it could imagine. So here's my wish for you. Have a great night's sleep and maybe an unforgettable dream, if you're not asleep already. Hey, wake up!